Alright, hello everyone to the second episode of the Artmother's art show. I am super happy to have you here, and it was such a pleasure to get that much positive feedback on the first episode. So it was really heartwarming that it makes sense that I'm doing this. So what I thought for this time is to start at first with a concept that I haven't tried yet, and that is using a rainbow color palette in my artwork. So I have a cute rainbow here, and what I'm going to do is to create at first a rainbow color palette and then paint the random artwork that I'm going to create with that color palette. Now the point is that we usually know the how I am going to illustrate that, and the question is that what I'm going to illustrate. This was demonstrated in the first episode, and now I have a question how I'm going to illustrate it in terms of the color palette. This is a new thing that I'm going to try. And also we have the question the what, and I haven't put any new words into these cans, so it is a good question to me. I really encourage you now, write some suggestions below for nouns, verbs and adjectives so that you contribute to the show with your ideas. I still have enough words in these cans, but I would really love you to help me out with this one. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is to create a color palette. And if you watch the first episode, you know that I love to place my colors onto the canvas. So I am in the first layer on a screen-sized canvas in Procreate. And now let's talk about what colors rainbow has. And I will call this cute rainbow for my help. And I'm going to start with this, okay? So this is actually quite random. The first color here is pink. There are so many pinks and blues. Just take a look on these color pencils. There are so many pinks, so many oranges. You need to find the hues that fit you and your illustration style. This is a pro tip from me. To find the color matches of these colors. So the orange, your orange, will help you to create a consistent style that most of the artists are looking for. So we will start with the pink, and the pink I like is this magenta that I actually used in the previous one. So I'm going to paint a magenta here, and I always find a darker version of the color as well, so I'm going to continue with my darker version of it. Now what's the next color? It's purple. So let's find the purple. You can go to the classic and find the colors that you like. I love this little bit warmer purple, but I think this is dark enough, so I will find it's quite lavender parts of it, lavender hue of it, so a little bit lighter one. And then the next color is blue. So from blue I really love teal, so I'm going to go for this quite minty blue and a darker version of it. And then what I like, or what is here, is green. My favorite green is leaf green. It is a little bit yellowish green, so I will add it here, and a darker version of it. And then yellow, so I will go for the yellow. What kind of yellow at first? A little bit this general yellow. little bit ochre kind of version of it here. And then an orange. Let's go for the orange. Yeah, I love this ginger orange. And a darker version of it. And unintentionally I'm going in a curve, like unintentionally creating a rainbow. And then there is the red, and I don't love really the red. I love a little bit of this pinkish red, and it's darker version. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is to create a color palette from it, right? And go to the palettes, create a color palette, and just pick colors. Okay, what a fun color palette we have here. Now I will put this aside because it is really in my way. I just put it back here. And now let's choose the words. I'm so excited. So we started with the muffin, right? It's a cup. A cup, okay. And then the verb. Laughing. And what kind of cup? Grumpy. So a grumpy cup laughing. This sounds like a character from the Cinderella story where there are these teacups. I don't remember if they're grumpy, but okay. This is a challenge. So I will just turn off this layer of the colors. And now let's get to sketching. Alright, so I can create a cup, but now we will really need to play with the expression of the cup. So the cup has to be a person or a character and has to have a facial expression. So what I'm going to do at first is to research the grumpy facial expression and the how it laughs. So laughing is done with the mouth, right? And when you are laughing, the eyes are a little bit narrower, smaller. The eyebrows are like this, like can you see that? And how am I grumpy? So we don't know if this cup is happy or this grumpy cup is laughing like as a devil or as a negative character. Let's think about that. So what I'm going to do now is to do a little research, and I'm going to speed this up to make it quick. Okay, so I've written grumpy into the Google search and I see a grumpy cat. So maybe I will express this grumpiness with these white eyebrows, these very strong eyebrows, having oh, that's an owl, but it's not laughing. Alright, so this is going to be challenging. What I'm going to do is to choose black and my 6-bit pencil, create a new layer, and try to sketch a cup. Now, I love to draw cups. I will just show you this illustration of mine. So here is a nice cup, so I have experience in drawing it and shading it and giving it texture. But now this is going to be a character and I want to try exaggeration. So I'm gonna again speed this up and sketch out a basic shape for my cup. Okay, actually I really love how this turned out. This is the first sketch of mine for this one. I don't know how it like appeared in my mind. I'm already in my flow state. I was dealing with parenting issues today. It just pumped up my adrenaline. So here I am creating and using that energy. What a great thing to be a parent, right? So this is my rough sketch, and this is a very dynamic basic shape for my cup. But what I need to do now is to find really the expression. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to thumbnail. This is a pro exercise for illustrators to make more versions of your sketch. So this is a big urban legend that artists just come and sit in front of the screens and the canvases and just create art, throw wonderful pieces of artworks to the canvas. Absolutely not. They also need thumbnailing and trying out different versions, but beginners tend to be lazy to do that. So if you are a beginner, I encourage you to draw several times, and trust me, if you take your time developing an artwork and not just expect from yourself to create something big right away, you will be more successful. So you don't need to overdo things, but you also don't, it is not good if you don't do enough. So try to find a balance in that. So thumbnailing, there are several types. There are color thumbnailing, composition thumbnailing, etc. What I'm going to do is to create several thumbnails of my drawing, and then try different facial expressions for this cup. Alright, and what I'm going to do now is to go through all of them and just sketch out some facial expressions. Alright, so I have 6 different versions. What I suggest when you are thumbnailing is to do it really quickly. So when you draw something 6 times, you will intuitively know which are the features that got you, you know? What you say that, oh my god, yeah, this is that. So while I was going through this, I realized I want to draw a nose. Then okay, I will try out this shape of the eyebrow and to add these little lines here, you know. But I really didn't like these manga eyes, and I tried to simplify it. So I decided that I love this eyebrow. I know that I want a nose. I know that the mouth will not actually have too many things inside, maybe a tongue, and that I want a more positive nose. So this is a cute cup, but in a very angry mood, but laughing at something, I don't know. And yeah, finally, actually at this part I had the urge to add some more things. So there is a cup of tea inside it, for example, that it has this steam coming out of it. Maybe it will split out, so there will be a dynamism, like it is already coming out of the cup as he's like laughing, you know. I added already a teaspoon, and going back to the eyes, I realized I don't really want to pay too much attention to them and go into too much detail with the eyes, because I can really get lost in making like very big and very detailed eyes, and then I don't have energy to do everything else. So yeah, I added some these cubes of sugar here. They will have kinda this Salvador Dali shape, so not perfect shapes, and I added a spoon. So again, what I can say about this illustration, then it will fit the Instagram square, so I will not overcomplicate it. Now I have a dynamic sketch that I will make into a clean sketch with details. Now I have a color palette, and now I have the stable spots I can rely on during the process. So again, I'm going to speed this up. I'm going to create a clean sketch from this or about this. So I will lower the opacity of this layer, create a layer above, and just clean this all up. Alright, so I think I have the clean sketch and I really love it. So it is totally fun. Alright, so I'm gonna take a little break. I suggest that you always take a little break before approaching painting, because creating is sometimes very demanding and tiring. And if you want to make things good, you might need to rest. I think the part of the story is missing. So this is just one character and he's laughing at something, so the story might go on and you can just start thinking about what kind of a surrounding this object is in, but that would take me like 20 hours of work. So keep it simple, and after a break, I'm back. Alright, so I'm back after a little longer break. So let's just continue. We created a clean sketch and now we have a color palette, right? So what we need to think about is how to put all these colors into this artwork if we don't have enough objects, right? And we want to create this smooth gradation of colors going from one color to the other, right? As these colors are close to each other on the color wheel, actually the color wheel goes on like this, it will be a really nice and smooth transition. Now, what I'm going to create is a color thumbnail. It is a pro tip. So what we need to do is a color map to see in a small, in very raw color combination, how would this work? Another thing I was thinking about is that I will basically select three main colors and shade them with the next color, if that makes sense. Another rule that I'm going to apply here is the rule of perspective with colors. So how to create the illusion of depth with colors. And there is the rule that the things that are further away are cooler, brighter, paler, and things that are closer to us are warmer, darker, and more saturated. So I will choose the cool colors here for the background, all right? And that will be the blue and the violet. And then I will choose the warm colors for the main object, so the cup. And what is in the front is this spoon, so I will use these brightest colors, and that are these yellow and orange. So I will duplicate this sketch, make it smaller, and place it to this corner. I will turn this off right now. I have my palette, right? And I will come closer, create a layer below the sketch, and grab my free illustration brush, the aligner. And I'm just going to throw the colors there. So what I thought is that the background will be blue. And as they are paler, let's try this light blue for the background. And then I will shade it with the violet. So to shade it, I will need the darker version. I will I will change the brush to the shader now. Get a bit smaller. That I will create this transition in the background, and this dark violet will be around this object. I will need to choose between these pinks and magentas. I think the orange would work better, so now I'm improvising a little bit. It will fit this violet pretty well because they are like opposite colors. I mean complementary colors. Yeah. Ooh, it already looks really great. And I will shade it with the magenta. I mean the cup. So there will be the magenta within it. Like this. And the spoon will be this yellow. Okay. And I will shade it with the green. Okay, I like it. Now what I need to do is to check the values, because I need my artwork to be readable in grayscale. So I will create a new layer. If you watched the first episode, now you already know how to create a value check layer. So I will fill it with gray and change the blending mode to color. And now I can see that it really blends, right? So I need to change the colors a little bit. So I will need to darken this texture behind the cup. So I will choose a darker violet and replace it in my palette. And oops, okay, I will turn it off and just, oops, okay, just go around with this. Now, okay, let's check the values. Okay, I think we need this cup to be in focus, so it has to be as bright as the spoon. So I will need to choose a lighter version of the color that I've chosen. So this orange, I will make it brighter and more saturated and replace it again. Wow, looks great. Turn off the value check layer and I will just make it a little bit brighter. Alright, and now check the values. Amazing. So I will need to go for the shadows with the pink. And I think all the other colors are alright. So I will turn off the value check layer, and now I have a color map that I can use for reference when painting the illustration. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to turn it off a little bit, this color map and the thumbnail. Where is it? Yeah, here is the thumbnail. I will actually merge them both so that they don't take away from my layers. And I will start with the background now. I will create a layer about the background, and I will fill it. Yeah, I don't want this background color play role right now. I will create a layer over it and choose this dark violet and the shader. And I will create a texture. And I will try to make a smooth gradation. So I will also need this dark blue. Okay, so this will make my original background color a little bit darker. I can also play with the vignette thing that I love to do, but let's just do a reverse vignette thing now. This will really be an experiment for me. And now I will create a new layer and choose the orange and choose my liner and just fill in the main shape. So I'm going to speed these chunks up. I will start with the front, okay? So I will now just fill in the front of the cup. And don't forget to lower the opacity of the sketch as well. When I fill in shapes, I can save time, but take a look at this. It sometimes leaves out textures, so you might need to go over them a little bit. And now I will just paint the back. So I will create a layer below it and just add it. Okay, now let's try to shade it. So I will choose this darker magenta here. Maybe this one. I will try it out. And alpha lock these layers and use the shader brush and add the shading. This brush is pressure sensitive, which means that if you push harder, it gets a little bit darker. And I will go with this yellow to add parts that are really like sticking out from it all. So it's like the play with the values. So actually I try to focus on the values themselves and not on the colors, because that is a little bit confusing me. Okay, looks interesting. Actually, these colors fit my sweater. that was not intentional. Okay, I think I need to add more sharp shadows here. Yeah, that's the shader. Okay. I will turn off the sketch so you can see what I've done. Wow, actually the shape is pretty nice. What I don't like is this chunk here, so I will just adjust that with the eraser. I will play with this shape a little bit, like this. Like, this looks pretty nice, right? So let's just do the plate. Oh my god, I started enjoying like painting with this color combination so much. And it actually looks incredible. What did it say? I will try to add this darker tone up here as well, as I added this darker red to it, and maybe even darker at this bottom. This looks so interesting. I love it. Now I will show you a pro tip how to solve problems like this. Like, I'm missing pixels here. So I will create a layer below it all and choose the color that is there and just underpaint it. And voila, I just fixed missing pixels. So that's an amazing thing to do. If you have a textured illustration, you will really not see that it is like underpainted. I will go to the background and add a very dark violet below this plate with the shader so that it is as if being on something. Or this shadow of the plate. Here. Let me just play with the spoon, okay? And then we will add the tea and the face, and I think that we will be like finished. Create a new layer, sketch, and now I need the color map. So it was yellow and shaded with green. So I will grab my yellow and the liner and start working. Alright, so I created white shape for the eye, selected, duplicated it, and flipped it horizontal so that it is like the same shape. And now I'm trying to look for its position, if it is alright. I will put these two eyes on one layer and create a new layer over and create again a clipping mask. And now I'm going to add eyes. really great. I love it. Okay, I will add a little bit of magic into these eyes. I will grab this very vibrant pink and add into the eyes, and I will choose white and go to the luminance, choose the light pen and add some little sparkles to these eyes. How cute it is! Oh my god! It's totally cool. I will need to do something with the eyebrows and the nose as well. This is perfect. What I'm going to do is to alpha lock it, and with this light lavender and the 6B pencil, I will add some lines here. So this is my grumpy cup laughing artwork. I never imagined I will be illustrating such a thing. Alright, and what I totally forgot is the steam that comes out from the hot tea. So I will create a new layer, choose white and the cotton brush, which is in the organic brush set, and I'm just going to add a little steam and voila, it's finished. Alright, so I call it finished. I think this is beautiful. It was a great practice piece. Thank you for being with me here again. I hope you enjoyed it. I am really awaiting your suggestions for words in the comments so that you contribute to the show and I can choose from random words, not just my things. So I really want you to help me overgo my limitations. Subscribe so that you get notified when the new episodes come out. Also follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook, where you can find me as the Artmother, and check out my Skillshare classes. You will find a link in the description below. You will get a 1 month free premium membership, and on my social media I usually run challenges where you can win a year of Skillshare premium membership. If you don't know what is Skillshare, it is a platform for creative courses. I'm teaching there 40 classes, from beginner drawing to watercolors and a digital illustration, and different curriculum items like perspective, character design, shading, etc. Those classes are more structured than this random creation process, and I have more than 50k students that can tell you that they love my classes. And when you join Skillshare, you not only can watch my classes, but you get access to all classes and content that is on the platform, and there are some exceptional, amazing professionals and artists and personalities that is incredible to get connected with and to learn from. And yeah, I really suggest that you join Skillshare with my link below, alright? That will extend your trial period if you use my link. If you haven't seen the previous episode, make sure to watch it here. And I'm also waiting your artworks on social media that you do with these art prompts. That would be awesome to see how you solve these creative challenges. Alright, so I wish you all the best. See you in the other episodes and in my classes, and I wish you happy creating.